It is the last race of the day, the last race of the weekend. It's Junior Rotax and 34 drivers set to start this one. The starting grid is as follows. Harry Burgoyne Junior and Harry Linden on the front row of the grid. Vinnie Phillips and Jez Williams on row number 2. Gustav Uzakovs and Brandon Carr go from row 3. Joseph Rippin and Ollie Stevens on row number 4. Rhys Lomax and Reg Hayward on row 5. Stephen Duncan and Aditya Kulkarni from row number 6. Ethan Jeff Hall and Gabe Fairbrother on row 7. Tommy Harfield and Harrison Crowther go from row number 8. Charlie Hart and Archie Clark on row number 9. Then row 10 is Neo Clark and Henry Beaumont. Row 11, Ted Bradbury and Oliver Sanders. Samuel Longley and Thomas Behrman are on row number 12. Row 13, William Antrobus and Ewan Charman. Then it's Harry Hannam, Harry the Lion from Dubai, and Evie Poulane. Row 15, Ben Folland and Leo Lacastro. Row 16, Ollie Goodyear and Alfie Gallagher. Row 17 is Angus Scrivener. Pearson Bullock Carter will not take the start following exclusion from the pre-final. So, a glance back here. Last year at PFI, Dan Ginchard won this race for Argenti Motorsport ahead of Archie Walker and Ted Bradbury from Sam Pollitt Racing. We've got Scotland's Harry Burgoyne Junior on pole position. Wales's Harry Linden second. England's Vinnie Phillips third. Wales's Jez Williams fourth. And Latvian driver Gustav Uzakovs in fifth. So another multinational, international class field. And we are go for the first time. It's a great start from the outside of row number 1. Harry Linden takes the lead, and there's the number 9 kart privateer driver Ollie Stevens making a good getaway as well. So Burgoyne Junior and Brandon Carr, they're trying to emulate Dan Ginchard by doing 2 classes this year and going for the win in both of them. We've got former Mini X30 champion Vinnie Phillips there. Harry Linden is a former Minimax champion in the British Championships. Further back, we've got the leading privateer is Ollie Stevens. Last year's Minimax champion Ethan Jeff Hall starting on the 7th row of the grid. Plenty of action all the way down the order, and there's Neo Clark with a problem. So Neo Clark in kart number 5 has had a terrible weekend for the Thule Motorsport team, and he's down at the back of the grid. But everybody else still, all 33 drivers that started this race, still running, although yellow flags waving.
Oh, it's the number 8.
Oh, and that is the number 8, Jez Williams. Oh, that's such a shame. Jez Williams out of the top 5.
Yeah.
And Gustav Uzakovs has also got involved in that one as well. And I think Henry Beaumont may have been involved in an incident as well. So we didn't quite see what that was. But yeah, Jez Williams out of the race. Gustav Uzakovs down at the back. Neil Clark down at the back as well. Up at the front, though, it's Harry Burgoyne Jr. holding on to that lead, but Harry Linden, driver from now from Dinas Powys in South Wales, the posher end of Barry. Yeah.
Moved out of your area then.
Moved out of my ends.
Yeah.
He's not in my ends anymore. He's in.
Moved up in the world.
Moved up in the world to a place where they got windows in their houses and everything in Dinas Powys. Right, there we go. Linden in second place, Vinnie Phillips and Brandon Carr. Very strong performance so far from Brandon Carr. I mean, Junior Rotax, I mean, the list of honours. Dan Holland Racing's got 11 wins in this class. Coles Racing have got 4. Argenti have got 4. KR Sport have got 2. Only 1 win in Junior Rotax for Strawberry Racing so far since the start of 2019. Kai Hunter, 8 wins, the most successful driver in this class in the British Championship. We've had, Dan Ginchard, 3 wins. Tom Adams, Matthew Higgins, Archie Walker, Leon Henderson, William Jenkins, Sam Gornall, Ryan Taylor-Truman. The only driver still in the class who's won at this level in this class before is Harry Linden. Now we have a crash under the bridge, and we got 1 driver still sat in the car, and the Battenberg flags are out. I have to say 1 driver is walking away, and so is the other driver hobbling away. 2 very badly damaged karts. Didn't quite see what happened in that incident. I'm just trying to get there. I think it's Angus Scrivener who is hobbling away, and the other driver out of the race is Henry Beaumont. So we've had several incidents in this first couple of laps. So Jez Williams out of the race, and now Scrivener and Beaumont out of the race as well.
Well, we are now under a full course caution.
Yep. So effectively, Harry Burgoyne Junior and Vinnie Phillips, they become the pace carts.
Yes.
They will slow everybody down, and there is Scrivener. And again, just I think, just having a sit down Yeah, just that. And now there's a kart in the middle of the circuit still, and under the bridge. So that's going to be a visibility problem for the drivers. But they all avoid it successfully. And yeah, you can see there's a plucky marshal. So that's Beaumont's kart in the middle of the track, and Scrivener's kart is off next to the barriers.
Well, the kart's coming off the middle of the circuit now. So.
Yes, and now the kart is, and now Scrivener's kart is being pulled away as well. And there is Angus Scrivener, the Scotsman, for the Hunter Motorsport team. So Rhys Hunter, Senior Rotax British champion last year, now a team owner. And it's been it's been a bit of a baptism of fire for the Hunter Motorsport team, has to be said.
Yeah,
so far.
It's always tough, isn't it?
It's very tough, and of course this year the competition is tougher than ever. There's Angus going in, just a bit battered and bruised, but all 4 limbs still functioning, which is good. Ewan Charman getting some support there. Well, Ewan Charman's not a great start. He's down in 27th place, is the Charmounder. That's his nickname.
Oh yeah.
So. We're going to wait. The track is clear. Green flag in the air, and Burgoyne Junior, and instantly Vinnie Phillips attacks.
Yep, attacks straight away, and it was well timed. Caught Burgoyne Junior off guard there. Phillips now leading this race. Linden closed in as well, so Dan Holland Racing driver of Harry Linden still there in P3 and has latched onto the back of them as they'll go through. And again, just line of turn. That was good driving there from Phillips. And straight away, Burgoyne Junior is going to go defensive.
Yep.
Linden, again, doesn't get past, just slots back into it. And now Rippin is looking down the inside.
Very, very strong drive from Joseph Rippin. We spoke to Joseph's team, MLC Motorsport, last night. Lewis Malin, who's mechanic with his brother Charlie, and Lewis Maynard's mechanic with Joe Rippin, sorry, and of course Ollie Varney doing a lot of the data work there at the MLC Motorsport team. He's sitting there behind the number 30 kart of Brandon Carr for the KR Sport outfit. Ollie Stevens, again, the number 9 seed as part of the Dan Holland Racing team last year, but now running as a privateer. We spent a lot of time chatting to Ollie and his dad in the paddock this week, and he's having a great run at the moment. Reg Hayward is up into 7th place. Then it's Aditya Kulkarni for Argenti Motorsport. Again, Aditya Kulkarni, last year we saw Aditya in the junior TKM class. He's jumped across, there is Aditya in the number 32 machine. He jumped across the Rotax this year and has taken to it like a duck to water. Gabe Fairbrother is 9th, Harrison Crowther rounding out the top 10, Reese Lomax, Ethan Jeff Hall, Tommy Harfield, Harry Hannam, Charlie Hart, your top 15.
Fantastic stuff for them. Down the inside there goes
Brandon Carr.
Yeah, gets it done, moves up into now P3. Linden, none the wise to that, slots back into P4. That's now allowing those 2 Strawberry Racing drivers to break away. Now, of course, they had a great result in their pre-final, of course. Now, of course,
just looking back, Brandon Carr back in 2019.
Yeah.
The very first round of the new Motorsport UK British Championship. Brandon Carr won that day here at PFI in IAMI Cadet. Went on to finish 4th in the IAMI Cadet Championship that year. So there's plenty of talent there. And Gabe Fairbrother gets a warning for his efforts. And the 2 Strawberry Racing drivers, Burgoyne Junior and Phillips, really are now trying to work together. Linden head down, and behind Linden they're battling for 4th place. Now that's Joseph Rippin. Who is running an Exalted company, at the moment. So they've come across from X32 Rotax, so they need Rippin. A top 5 finish would be very, very good here. But if he gets his head down, there could still be a chance of a podium. But if Joseph continues to attack and defend, as he is, and not just sit in line, then that podium finish will trickle away very quickly, even with 7.5 minutes to go. So half distance now. Reg Hayward, the Reg Hayward last year, Jensen Butterfield was mechanic for Reg Hayward, but this year Butterfield is doing a bit more on the driver coaching side, driver coaching for a lot of the Coles drivers and Pearson Bullock Carter in particular. There is the number 17 Coles Racing kart of Harrison Crowther in 13th position. Going through, Reese Lomax is having a strong run as well on his debut in the Rotax classes. Another driver that you normally consider in TKM. Anthony, an ooh and an ah. Yes, an ooh and an ah. And there's a new leader, Vinnie Phillips.
Yeah.
This is what Harry Linden wanted to see.
Yes, he did indeed.
Side-by-side action for the front. Burgoyne Junior says, no, I'm going through. Harry Linden says, right, I'm going to separate you two because I don't trust the two strawberry cars together. Oh, and there was a Vinnie Phillips there. Obviously went offline, got a little bit of junk on his tyres, and that has affected him, and he's dropped back a little bit. Now, he was with you, the ooh, and the R was Vinnie Phillips on the dirt. And, of course, he's got a bit of dirt on the tyres. That slowed him down. It slowed him down to the tune of about 10 kart lengths, and he's in the pressure from Brandon Carr, Joe Rippin, and the number 9 kart of Ollie Stevens.
I do like a strawberry sandwich, and there's not a strawberry sandwich anymore because Brandon Carr's got the move done.
Now, strawberry sandwich?
Well, yeah,
strange boy.
Strawberry jam sandwich.
Strawberry jams? Okay, well, yeah, we are.
No, that makes sense.
You mean a jam sandwich?
No, strawberry.
No, it's a jam sandwich. Anyway, moving swiftly on, we shall... Oh, dear. And there's a side-by-side for about 6th position between Rippin and Ollie Stevens, and Ollie Stevens makes the move in the number 9 kart and moves into P5. Well, a Scotsman and a Welshman lead the way. There's a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, no, we won't go there. 5.5 minutes to go, plus 1 lap. There's your cue.
I'll shut up. And there's the number 32 of Aditya Kulkarni getting muscled a little bit wide by, I think that may have been Reese Lomax. But Brandon Carr's got to get his head down. So Brandon Carr now in 4th position has got to try and push Vinnie Phillips back up to the leaders. And privateer entries. I mean, in this field, how many? I mean, in juniors, we started with nearly 60 drivers this week, and only two privateers have made it into the final. Ollie Goodyear, who is down in 29th, and Ollie Stevens, who is running an absolutely fantastic 5th at the minute in the number 9 kart.
But at the moment, two race leaders have kind of checked out now, haven't they? Burgoyne Junior and Linden. 1.1 seconds now is the gap. They're not going to start scrapping for a while, I suspect. Linden's just going to stay behind and just think, let's keep continuing this gap. Phillips now under quite an immense amount of pressure. Brandon Carr just behind. Stevens, Rippin, Hayward as well. Reese Lomax with a good run. Harry Hannum for JDR also with a very good run up to P12 at the moment. 15 places gained. Yep,
Harry the Lion, who's come all the way from the UAE. Right here. I know his mum is watching back home in the UAE from behind the sofa.
From behind the sofa. Not on the sofa.
No, behind the sofa. You know, peeking.
Peeking, yeah.
Peeking. You can start cheering, Mrs. Hannum, because Harry is up into 12th.
He's doing well.
On the MS chassis for the Jack Dex Racing team, there is a move. And that was Joseph Rippin, the number 22. Yes, passing Ollie Stevens. And this is great battling, but the leaders are checking out. Has to be said. And there is...
Matty Hingley.
Well, no, it's Matty Hingley's race suit, and it belongs now to Gabe Fairbrother.
Right. I hate it when they do that. Just buy him a race suit.
Save a bit of money and spend it on extra waft.
That's Gabe Fairbrother, isn't it?
So Gabe Fairbrother sadly out of the race after a fantastic performance in the pre-final. There's Ollie Stevens chasing Brandon Carr for 4th position. So Vinnie Phillips, it's for 3rd position. Sorry, so they have passed. Phillips is now down to 6th behind Joseph Rippin.
Oh, there we go. And now change there for 4th as Ollie Stevens comes back down the inside of Brandon Carr. Stevens now up into P3.
And I've got to say, Ollie Stevens, I mean, he had 1 podium last year. It was at Wilton Mill, finishing 3rd. But he did win a race in the British Championship as a Mini-Max driver back in 2019. And we've got more Uwing and Aring, Anthony.
Yeah, Carr's gone through. Rippin's gone through as well. So they've chopped and changed. And now Stevens has just tumbled down the order as well because Vinnie Phillips in the 87's come back through. Vinnie struggled here. He's going to try and get back down the inside. No, slots back. Thinks against it. He thunk it and thought against it.
Yeah, that's the number 51 of Ethan Jeff Hall coming through as well. And now Stevens having to defend. And the minute I start talking about Ollie Stevens getting a podium, he dropped 7 places. Yes, great. Well done. Yeah. Ollie Stevens fans, Anthony Jordan just giving me a well-deserved slap in the commentary box for making that mistake. Up at the front, Harry Burgoyne Junior beginning to edge away from Harry Linden. Has to be said.
He is a bit.
As they go past the marina here at PF International with real water in it. The gap is up to half a second between Burgoyne Junior and Linden. So Harry Linden needs to get his head down. Harry Linden's got no help from behind. And if he's going to catch Burgoyne Junior, he's going to have to do it on his own, just on pure pace alone. The great battle is for 3rd. Carr has 3rd. Rippin is 4th in the 22. Then it's the 87 of Phillips. the 52 of Lomax, the 51 of Jeff Hall, the 73 of Hayward, the 10 of Charlie Hart, the 9 of Stevens, the 20 kart of Ted Bradbury, then it's the 91 of Hannum, then it's the 17 of Crowther, the 32 of Kulkarni, and Evie Poulane up into 15th position for the KR Sport team from 28th on the grid, and that's all the way back here. There's a massive, just colossal
long old
plumage of colour.
Yes, it's a long old train all the way back. What is it? 3rd place to 12th, and then there's another group, 13th all the way back to 22nd.
Yes. Fastest lap, Harry Burgoyne Junior, 58.36
hold
seconds.
the pin.
Yep, and the gap is now up. It's 7/10 of a second. 8/10 of a second. It's growing even as I speak.
It's growing as we speak, that gap.
It's growing by the syllable.
There we go. Less than a minute to go now, and it doesn't look like Harry Linden's got much left in the old tank.
No.
Yeah.
I have to say, you could be right there, Anthony. Harry Burgoyne Junior. Well, I mean, Harry, he started off really well this year in Junior X30 on the podium. I think he leads that championship by a point or two, and another driver that's been around this championship in various classes, Iami Junior X30 and now Junior Rotax, the last 4 years or so, picking up podiums and wins all the way. So the Scotsman could be on course for another win here. Next time around, he'll see the last lap board. The main battle is for the final podium position between number 30 car of Brandon Carr and number 22 of Joseph Rippin.
Hand gestures coming in from the MLC team. Yep.
Yeah, and jumping up and down as well. Rippin trying to go up the inside at hairpin number 1. We'll see them side by side. And now but no, Carr holds him off. The clock strikes 0, Anthony. Next time around, there'll be 1 lap to go. And now Vinnie Phillips and Ethan Jeff Hall both squeeze through and pass Joseph Rippin.
This is a good performance from Ethan Jeff Hall. First year in juniors this year. And, he's had a sterling weekend so far.
Very, very solid indeed.
Yeah, he has indeed.
You can see the difference in the size of the driver. Ethan Jeff Hall, a very slight driver. I mean, he's old enough to be in the class, but he's certainly not very tall. So, last lap board goes out, and Harry Burgoyne Jr. 1.2 seconds in front. Harry Linden second. Dare I say it, Anthony, and this is a very rare occasion you say this at PFI, the podium positions have pretty much been decided at the start of the last lap. Burgoyne Jr., Linden,
risky.
and Brandon Carr. Although Brandon Carr just checking over his shoulder. Vinnie Phillips in 4th place. Ethan Jeff Hall 5th. No, make that Joseph Rippin into 5th with a huge lunge on Ethan Jeff Hall. Now, there's the battle. There's the 30 kart of Brandon Carr. The last time Brandon Carr stood on a podium in the British Championship was way back in October of 2019 at Wilton Mill as an Iami driver. It's been a long time coming for Brandon Carr. The checkered flag goes out, though, for Harry Burgoyne Jr. It's a clean sweep for Strawberry in Junior and Senior Rotax. Harry Linden takes second, and Brandon Carr gets his podium. For KR Sport in 3rd, Vinnie Phillips in 4th, Joseph Rippin rounds out the top 5, Ethan Jeff Hall is 6th, Charlie Hart 7th, Reg Hayward is 8th, followed by Reese Lomax. Ollie Stevens rounds out the top 10 as a privateer driver. Great effort for Ollie. Ted Bradbury comes home in 11th, and Mrs. Hannum, you can get up from behind the sofa now, because Harry has come home in 12th place out of Evie Poulane in 13th, Ben Folland in 14th, Harrison Crowther, Neil Clark, Alfie Gallagher, Archie Clark, Ewan Charman. The top 20 rounded out by Aditya Kulkarni. Oof, well, I mean, that race, I don't think that the mid-race sort of Battenberg flag situation helped things too much. I mean, as Junior Rotax races at PFI goes, that was, a very sedate affair, not primarily because Harry Burgoyne Jr. and the Strawberry Racing team had the setup of their kart absolutely nailed on. And Harry Linden just couldn't quite keep in touch and force Burgoyne into some late defending. But again, Harry will start his championship quest with a strong 2nd place effort. And there is a look down in the paddock. It's been a very, very warm day here indeed. Here's Brandon Carr. Again, I think just looking back at the thing, I think that is definitely Brandon's first. Just looking at Mini X30 from 2020. Nope, Junior X30. Yep, this is Brandon's first British Championship podium for, well, since about October 2019. So it's been a long journey back to the top 3 for Brandon. And there's Harry Linden, forcing a smile. There he is. Yes, forcing a smile. Harry finishing in second place. Oh, here's Harry Burgoyne Junior. There's Brandon Carr. Oh, come on, Brandon. It's been like, you know, 3.5 years since you've been on the podium in the British Championship. Oh, he's just been told he's got to do an interview, and that makes him delightfully delighted. But, well, it just, you know, great thanks to all the marshals here. Again, this BF International Circuit, the home of British karting, fantastic venue in which to start the season. The IARMI X30 and KZ, IARMI X30 TKM and KZ classes are in action 2 weeks' time up at Karting Northeast in Warden Law. Everyone at the championship is looking forward to, you know, a nice warm welcome by the Hunter family who own Karting Northeast. I'm sure we'll get that, and the Rotax class will be back in action a few weeks after that. But Anthony Jordan is down in the pits with our Junior Rotax winners.
Thank you very much, Henry. Yes, I am now in the pit lane. It took me quite a while to get here. It's quite a long walk, but Mr. Burgoyne Junior, Strawberry Racing, and some Strawberries and Cream have done you well this weekend, haven't they?
Yeah, done me really well.
Excellent. That was well, I think the end part of that race, it seemed pretty well. What'd you put in the fuel? Be honest.
Nothing.
Good, I'm only joking. But yeah, no, great result for you. I mean, you can be happy with that one. PFI, fabulous circuit, and to come away with the win at the start of the season, I think you can be pretty proud of that.
Yeah, really proud of that. Like.
Anyone you'd like to thank?
Craig, my mechanic, my mum, dad, little sister, Cream Engines, Matt, Strobes, everyone from Strawberry Racing.
Who's watching at home?
Everyone probably.
Everyone, yeah. Cool. Give him a cheesy grin in there.
Cheese.
Okay, thank you very much, Harry. Well done. From one Harry to another, Harry Linden, second place in that one. A good result. What happened at the end of that one? Because you were right behind Harry Burgoyne Junior, but it just seemed to drop back at one point.
Yeah, as the kart started to go off and slide a bit more, he just seemed to just carry the pace and then managed to build the gap, and we just weren't going to close it from there.
So I think tyres were the main one on that one. Was it pressures? The pressures were set for the start of the race and or drop off at the end?
No, it's not even that. It's just, yeah, just us working the tyres maybe a bit too hard at the start, trying to get a good start. And then at the end, they were just too warm and then overheated.
Well, a solid result. I mean, you worked them well at the start. You got it into a solid second place position, held it there. You can be happy with that one. It's a hot day here. Well, it's hot for some. It's hot for us, isn't it? You're sweating, I'm sweating, it's hot everywhere. But yeah, a great result. Anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, my dad and my brother for mechanic and then Holiday down Holland Racing and Time Racing Engines.
Perfect stuff. Well done, Harry Linden. Great result.
Thank you.
Excellent. Let's see if we can find our third place man. Well, the kart's gone, but where? Oh, he's right here. Sorry, I've gone blind. Sorry, Brandon. I looked right at you and I thought, no, that's not Brandon. But it is Brandon. Right, Brandon. Third place. So happy with that?
Yeah, to say we've had a struggle of a weekend a bit, not been there. The pace has been not too bad, but just couldn't get the kart really set up all week, but we finally got it sorted in the final.
Who's on the spanners?
Ollie Walker.
So you're shouting out Ollie Walker, yeah, you not got it right, yeah?
Yeah, we finally sorted it, and he finally sorted it, but it's been a tough weekend, but worked out all right in the end.
Yeah, no, solid performance. Third place, you can be happy with that one. Going into the second round, Lark Hall, we feeling ready for it?
Yeah, not been there in Rotax before, but done plenty of laps in X30, so we should be good.
Yeah, two-stroke, same track, should be all right.
Yeah.
Anyone you like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Ollie Walker for the amazing mechanicking, everyone in KR, Ash, Joe, my mum and dad, and just everyone who's helped.
Excellent. You're backtracking with Ollie now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Good man. Well done there to Brandon Carr. Hezza, you've come down to pit lane.
Made it down.
You made it down. It's quite a walk, isn't it?
It's not a good idea to let an overweight bearded man run in this type of weather. Man's got a bit of a sweat on, but no, I mean, yeah, Brandon Carr, first podium in the British Championship for 3.5 years. Yeah, really good day. Again, you know, I think all credit to Harry Burgoyne Junior for making that race a bit boring in terms of the battle for the lead, because there was, you know, the team had the setup perfect.
Yeah, they did. They had it pretty spot on. And again, PFI, like we were saying, Callum Bradshaw was saying it perfectly in the senior race. You know, it's the toe here is amazing, and to pull away like that Harry Burgoyne did, you know, absolutely solid performance. Strawberries and cream, like I say, did work rather well.
Yes, indeed. And again, a big thank you to everyone for joining us. I mean, we've had people on the live chat from Australia, from all over the world. It really does make a difference. It makes a difference to drivers watching back, knowing they got people cheering them on as well. But now we do a driver of the day competition, so one driver in each class gets nominated. What we want to do is that not in the live chat, you can't do it in the live chat, but when this video gets posted on YouTube, in the actual comments, give us your nominations for driver of the day. And you know, if you've got about 6-7 hours to do it tonight, Sunday night, you know, before we nominate them, and then we'll see if some of your nominations for driver of the day. So put in the YouTube comments, not in the live chat, in the YouTube comments, for your driver of the day nominations, and see if we get them nominated officially. Yeah,
exactly. What he said. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for everyone who joined us in there. Thank you all to the marshals, camera crews, Alpha Live, Motorsport UK, Wera Tools, Demon Tweaks, HRX. I'm sure there's some more.
Yeah, well, I mean, HR are normally looking pretty closely when we're commentating, but no, thank you to everybody. It's been a great pleasure to have you on board. 2 weeks, Ward Law, it's X30, IAMI, TKM, KZ's up next. Can't wait. We'll see you there. Junior Rotax. We're so grateful for the support of everyone in the class. 60 drivers nearly entered. It's a world-class field. And the final, well, it didn't have as many position changes as we normally expect. That's just because the drivers at the front, they had the kart set up, nailed on, and they just went. It's a fantastic spectacle to watch in racing. But finishing in third place, I think this is his first British Championship podium since October 2019 for KR Sport. It's Brandon Carr. The last time he was on the podium was Wilton Mill, October 2019, as an IAMI cadet. Is that right? That was a long time ago, but he's back this year. Well done, Brandon. Finishing as the runner-up, though, 7th in last year's championship, looking for at least 6 places higher this year. From Wales, it's Harry Linden and Dan Holland racing. Well, Harry's going to do his best to try and smile. Nope. Definitely not smiling. Definitely not smiling, Harry. Nope. Still no. There it is. Hey. Nope. Yes. Congratulations. But your winner today. Now, in 2020, when we had history in the British Karting Championship, Dan Ginchard winning Junior, X30 and Junior Rotax. There are several drivers trying to do the same this year. Brandon is one of them. This next driver, your winner today, well, he's currently leading Junior X30, and he starts the season with another fantastic win in Junior Rotax from Strawberry Racing. It's Harry Burgoyne Junior and the trophy horse, Mr. Paul Spencer again. Oh, Paul gets 2 trophies because is all the mechanics leave because you get them off the clock early and send them home? You have to pay them.
They win, you see. I send them home. They don't have to do any work.
There we go. Well, of course. He gets another trophy. Harry Burgoyne's got a few of those as well, like tassels. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is your Junior Rotax podium. Your winner, Harry Burgoyne Junior, Harry Linden in second, Brandon Carr in third. That has been the opening round of the Rotax and Honda Wera Tools Motorsport UK British Kart Championships from PF International. Thank you for joining us. Have a safe journey home. We'll see you at the next one.